I'm Brooke, and I am here with the owner of the awesome Hobby Shop comic book store owner.
I'm Matt Ron. How's it going?
Alright, we're here today to ask you a few questions about the comic book store. So, can you tell the viewers at home, when did you start up the store here?
About 6 months ago, April 19th, 2004.
Alright, what inspired you to own your own comic book store?
I've collected comic books my whole life. It seemed like a natural progression to eventually move into it as a career, so I could bring my enjoyment of the hobby to.
And tell us, what inspired you to come to Biddeford?
I grew up in Bangor, Maine, so when I had her, I wanted to kind of settle down and open a business. It was Maine I wanted to come to. I moved back to Maine so that I could do the shop, and he lived in Biddeford, so that's why I wanted to move to Biddeford.
Now, you say that you've been collecting comics your whole life. How long is your life? Like, when did you start getting into
I
the comic
started
world?
probably in, maybe I was 9 or 10, in 87, maybe you could say 1987, and got into G.I. Joe comics at the time. From there I discovered all the superheroes, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and from there a lot of comic books were born.
Well, it's certainly a wide variety, so tell us, Marvel or DC?
How do you pick you can't really pick one or the other. Both of them offer a very different take on superheroes. Marvel is more of real-world heroes with real-world problems. DC is more of a superheroes as gods almost, where they're above human for the fray usually. So I think what they both offer are integral point interpretations of comic books. I really couldn't choose one over the other.
Understandable. Now, tell us, we're here at the comic book store. We can see right now that the store is very decked up for Halloween. Do you guys have events that go on seasonally or just throughout time?
Well, this will be our first big holiday that we're open for. Being open for the summer doesn't have a lot of holidays, but we do love Halloween. We love celebrating the season of Halloween. So we have the decorations. We're going to have some costume parties. We have a body painter coming. We have vaudeville performers coming. A little bit of some things to be surprised, some surprises to be had for Halloween, and then we expect to roll that through Halloween into Christmas, keeping a lot of the same decorations, but then morphing into sort of a Nightmare Before Christmas vibe, as we have a haunted Christmas at the shop. So we're going to try to do some Halloween or some holiday celebrations throughout this season at least.
Ooh, sounds interesting. Can you tell the folks at home what any set dates for this are?
Well, October 31st, Halloween is our first set date.
And what'll be going on then?
That's everything I just described.
Absolutely.
We will have everything in the world going on at that point in time. It'll be a nexus of all reality, and throughout that, enjoyment will be had. But we have Ever Payne, who is the artist of some of our works in the gallery, some of our Twisted Clowns paintings. He'll be doing some body painting here. Again, we'll have a troupe of vaudevillian street performers, hopefully here that night as well. We'll be doing a costume party. I don't know exactly if there'll be maybe some prizes for different degrees of awesomeness. But we'll figure it all out between now and then, and it's all going to be kind of a little bit of fun that night, and how we figure out how to have fun that night.
Now, you talk about having costume parties, which to some people in what's also known as the subculture is cosplay. Tell us, do you yourself wear costumes of superheroes or icons that you would love?
I never have specifically, but would not be opposed to doing such. I've done medieval reenactment in my life, and I've done Halloween every year for most of my life, so I'm not a foreign to costuming myself. I just never have specifically done a superhero costume for the sake of cosplay. But this could be the year. I don't have any final costume ideas yet. I'm still kind of flying by the seat of my pants, so we'll see how it goes.
With costumes and with the comic book store in mind, have you ever thought about representing yourselves at FortCon?
Eventually, I would love to. Right now, throughout this time, it's been 7 days a week here I work, so I really don't have the chance to get out and take in the FortCon or have my own booth there, but I'd like to grow into that. Without a doubt, make a presence, at least my presence at some of the local comic book conventions, so that people know that I'm here, people know that we're doing, people know that what we got. I probably have one of the top issue collections in Maine, so people need to find that out.
Alright, to get us in for the day, tell us, what do you think makes a good comic, and what is your favorite comic?
Oh gosh, well I think what makes a good comic is anything that pulls you into that universe and lets you escape the regular universe. It's hard to say what my favorite comic of all time is. Probably Preacher would be my favorite comic book of all time, but that's just one take of comic books. The Marvel Civil War. Thanos is my favorite character. Anything with Thanos would be awesome. So it'd be hard for me to really say just one comic to profess to people, but every comic book, or everything that you could love in life is in comics. Everything you could love in culture is in comics. Everything that you could want to experience in literature is in comics. So I think that there's something for everybody. Oh my gosh. So you had questions that implied me having knowledge of stuff. Like, what are the dates of these events? You mean these events I'm making up in the spur of the moment?